Hey, the Thabreakmasta here. This is gonna be my Oda Nobuna Yabou episode 8 review. This was a good episode. Now, there's two type of conflicts going on, and one of the conflicts is happening right now is with a certain character that is the general of Oda Nobuna, and her name is Akechi Junbei. That to me is way more interesting than what's this ongoing war, this whole fight that's happening right now. Yeah, it's interesting and so on and so forth, but her ambitions is like pushed out the window, and it's messing with her. I'm like, okay. So yeah, basically Oda Nobuna needs to go and get 120,000 yen to basically get their shogun. She has to pay for her shogun. They won't accept the shogun that they offered unless they give them that amount of money. And so she's like, what can we do to get this amount of money? What are we gonna have to try? And so they went to Sekai to go, because that's where like the peaceful place is, a lot of good merchants and stuff like that, and people that run that area. His name is Imai Shoyoku, and yeah, so he's the one that runs that area and everything, or he's one of the merchants there, and anyways, and so she's coming to him to see if she can get some money from him, and he can't really afford to do that because that'll bankrupt him. But if he were to do it with like the group of merchants that are there, they can probably offer a certain amount of money, then put it all together, and they can make the money to, pay for their shogun. Because once they get the shogun in there, they can then, unite Japan further. Basically, her goal is gonna move forward if this happens. Basically, is what she's trying to do. And so she was talking to him and everything, and they couldn't really make that deal because it's just too much money. It'll bankrupt them. And Suda Soyoku, I'm pretty sure that's his brother, but yeah, he's a very big competitor because he'll do anything for money, and so they end up getting all the merchants together and so on and so forth. All the merchants there sitting there with each other, and so basically a competition happens with Kanachi Junbei versus Sagara Yoshiharu, and the thing is a cook-off basically. Whoever can make the best dumplings, because that's what it seems like they're making. Whoever makes the best dumplings will win, because that's what they're supposed to make anything, but they force them to kind of go into the dumpling part because that's what they do, or tokiyaki. Sorry, tokiyaki. So they're gonna be making tokiyaki. So that's what's happening in that whole little sense right there. So we get a little bit of snippet of backstory with Akechi Junbei. Akechi apparently, once her father died, her mother took over the clan, basically, and the clan, she just did her best to raise her. And the thing is, her mother now is not feeling so well. She's fallen ill, and so she's like feeling like she needs to do this. She needs to win. She wants Oda to praise her very much. She wants to be the general that that can push her through. She wants to be the person that moves her forward to make her win, make her goal come to reality. That's what she wants to do. She doesn't want the monkey to do that. She's like, if anyone gets in my way of this goal, of my goals, are my enemies. And so she's just like very, very serious about this. Of course, Sagara ends up telling Oda Nobuna about this and everything. It's like, I'm glad she's taking it seriously though. But like I said, this might make a problem. The thing is, how the stipulations work, by the way, it's gonna be basically it's gonna be Suda versus Amai, and if Amai wins, the money's still gonna go. He's gonna pay the money, and if Suda wins, basically he's gonna end up taking some of the taking part of the money of the Tokiyaki business, basically taking the monopoly part of it. She's trying to basically gain more money with this. So in the end, they're still gonna get their money though. She's gonna pay for the Tokiyaki regardless, no matter what happens, whoever wins or not. He's just if Akechi wins, that's gonna benefit Suda, so doesn't really care. So that's what's going on. And then there's this fight that's brewing down, like I said, because they're trying to hold him off and everything, and people are fighting and so on and so forth. And so we end up seeing Saito Yoshitatsu come back in, and he's just there. He has mask on. He's like, I'm here, punk. And so he's actually fighting pretty darn well to Katsu. Katsu's all, okay, we got an opponent. Okay, bring it and stuff. So she's fighting, she's enjoying it too. But unfortunately, phone call happened. But yeah, let's get back into what I was saying. So the whole fight was going down, right? And Katsui and Saito was fighting off and stuff like that, doing a good fight. And they're actually they're enjoying themselves. See how they're enjoying themselves, fighting each other. And so there's a bunch of elephants, because also in this war and stuff, this whole fight going on, they put a bunch of elephants in there, stomping on everybody, whooping their butts and everything. So it's like, it seems like an unfair fight. That's when one of the Lolicon army people. Freaking Hanbanes are coming. Hanbei's like, okay, you know, animals are scared of fire, so we gonna put fire around the place and we gonna get them out of here. And so she put the fire around the place and we're gonna get them out of here. And so they're out of there. They're gone. And so everyone retreats. So does Saito. Saito's like, oh man, I'm gonna get you next time. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. So, you know, yeah, he had to leave though. And Donjo's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. And so everyone's gone. So that fight was basically done. And so the competition between Akechi, Junbei, and Sagara Yoshiharu ends up happening. They're cooking off and everything. Sagara did not look good. He's making this food look like some disgusting burnt mesh because his little ninja girl didn't really know what she was doing. And then it seems like Akechi Junbei knows what she's doing. She's like, I'm gonna put all my heart and soul in this. And she's all fighting and stuff, and well, not fighting, but she's cooking. She's like, pew, pew, pew. She's all looking good, and then all of a sudden explosions and crap. Like, just cooking, okay? Like the way they're cooking, it's just like things exploding and crap. Like, come on, it's just cooking. Like look, a big ball of energy came in the air. I'm like, okay, come on, really. And so towards the end, Sagara's like, I got an idea. I'm gonna make mayonnaise. You know, you're gonna put mayonnaise on the tokiyaki, man. And so, you know, it's gonna have fried tokiyaki compared to her just regular tokiyaki. And so taste test happened. People cried. No, serious people. People cried when Sagara made that food and they ate it, man. It was that good. They teared up. It was delicious. And so, yeah, seriously, they're crying though, and they're just like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. Oh my And so then they Akechi, she's like, they're like, oh, that's disgusting. And so that kind of made her feel bad, but somehow, some way, Akechi won. But you know, that was a rigged, you know, it was rigged. You know, the dude Suda wanted his, you know, he wanted his thing. He was the one that jugged the competition, so he's like, he wins. So now I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna monopolize this whole thing. But you know, he's giving the money to them so they can then get their shogun. So nonetheless, it still goes into plan and goes into action. And here's the thing that kind of like there's a whole separating thing that this is what I'm talking about. This is what makes this really interesting. Freaking Oda, the lowly girls, Sagara, they're all like. She's like, go in the dungeon, tell Oda Nobuna, I won, you tell him to leave, you know, so she's all acting crazy. I'm like, and so everyone's all disappointed, like, you know, I'm disappointed in you. You're like, come on, like, you really happy how you won like this? That's what Sagara said. She's like, hey, of course, I won, in your face. But yeah, you know, and then she noticed like everyone's leaving and kind of all disappointed, and she's like, so I don't know what's going on. You know, she's seeing like maybe Oda Nobuna doesn't understand, because the thing is, she's like the only person that understood her was her mother, and so then she ends up finding Oda Nobuna, and she's like, she's the one that understands me now, and so this might be the rift, the cut that might make them like, she may not understand me. Maybe she's gonna end up going to someone else. Then that's how it's not looking good. She needs to talk to her. She needs to talk to her because, you know, she's not feeling well now because all this whole competition. And that's what the thing is. That's what Suda wanted. He's like, at the end, he saw that little confrontation. He's like, yes, perfect. And so, yeah, that's about to happen. I'm curious how this is all gonna pan out, and if they can keep fighting this off. They got the Shogun now, so maybe the fighting on that side will stop now. But we gotta see. The thing is, Sakihisa, the guy with the long whisker mustache thing, he's the one that runs the stuff, and he's like, oh my god, he's the one that did like try to make Oda pay for her Shogun, basically. He's like, I don't want no Shogun in here, or he don't want this crap to happen, but it's happening. And he's just like, I don't know what to do and stuff. And so, you know, I just wanted to mention him because he's in there, because he ends up calling this guy at the end of the episode. He's like, you know what to do, Oda Nobuna, and he's like, yes. And so, you know, things seem like they're about to get crazy. Not to mention the Shogun that they have going for is probably captured by those men that Sakahisa has. So yeah, this is not looking so good, even though she's paying for this money, so it kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen next in the next episode here. Leave comments below and tell me what you think of this episode. Like if you like this review, subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Oda Nobuna Yabou reviews. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmasta, and until then, break out.